Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Aquatic Morning Show with me and Papa Shrimp. Happy Friday, Jerry. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
It's been a long, short week.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. It has been a long, short week. Very good way to say it. Yes, I agree. Although the first part of my week was bleh, but that's because I was sick. So, but I'm better. I'm so much better. So much. All right, let's see. Who's with us this morning?
We got a few people in here already.
We got J. Oliver Guppies and Aquatics was in here at 8:30 saying woo woo. Miss Lori, good morning, Miss Lori. Monster Fish Gal. Throw in the links. Mystery Snail Guardians. Mary Page Flynn, good morning. Good to see you, Mary Page. Annette, good to see you too.
Snailed it.
Snailed it. Crypt Keeper, good to see you. Finally in PA. Only a couple more hours of driving to get to the clash. Woohoo! Be careful. Yes, be careful. And can't wait for you to get there. I put some feelers out trying to get someone there
To share.
Yep. To come up this morning and give us a sneak peek. But I don't know if they're going to or not. And that's why there's probably
What happened to Father Fish?
What?
What happened to Father Fish?
I don't know what happened to Father Fish.
I don't know. Mary Page said that he's still in the hospital.
Oh no, Mary Page. I did not know he was in the hospital. I didn't know he was. I don't know what's wrong with him. I know Aquarium guy.
I watched him stream the other day.
My Fish Tanks Aquatics. He did or did not?
He did. I was watching him. Him and Mary Page.
Yeah.
Matter of fact.
I just got off the phone with Father Fish, and he's still in the hospital, but hopefully he gets to come home today at noon. Just keeping him in our thoughts and prayers. Okay.
Very much so.
Yes, for sure. Brookley Bell, good morning, Fish Fam. I'm lurking again today. Apparently, we are going to your mama's in Biloxi for the weekend. So that means you have a Brannicle finish, all housekeeping and tanks to do today. Uh-oh.
Tell your mom I said hi, Brookley. I know that sounds weird, but I don't know if she's watched any streams lately or not.
Let's see.
Sounds funny.
Right? Father Fish did the stream from the hospital. What?
Oh.
Okay, he had a serious bout of diverticulitis and ended up losing a lot of blood. Yikes. He went into the hospital Sunday and it's taking him a few days to get everything settled down. Yikes. Yes, quick recovery, Father Fish. I did not know you were sick and in the hospital. But well wishes headed your way. I have found 5 babies of those albino whites that I lost the mom. The mom jumped out. And I thought I only had 1 baby. Well, I have 6 babies now because I had 1 and then the water got low. But as I would pull 1 out, another one would show up. And I think they were coming from the back portion of that tank because I didn't pull out the divider that used to be the system that runs in the back.
Right.
I've got 2 of those tanks I need to pull those out of because I don't use them. But I think that's where they went and hid to get away from the male and the other juvenile I have in here, which is a female. So, but I've got a bunch of female guppies. females.
I think Jason said that he's up to 6 tanks that are set up at his house now.
Really?
Yeah. So
Down to back up.
yeah, he's trying to get them back up and start breeding guppies, of course, to help Sam out. Because
Yeah.
I mean, he's got so many guppies.
Yeah.
But he's also at a point to where they're not of age to sell.
Yeah.
He's got, thousands and thousands of fry that he's not able to feed the way he used to, so they're not growing as fast. So he doesn't have as many to give us. When we need them. So
right.
Oops.
Well, I have lots of females,
no males,
and I don't have. It's like I've got 75% females and 25% males. So if I was to do or sell some, I would need to sell them as like 3 females to 1 male. It wouldn't be a trio, it would be a quadruple.
I have that problem with a lot of the guppies. For some reason, the females beat the crap out of those males.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then I end up having just females and the males are non-existent. I have a tank full of tuxedo guppies, tuxedo white guppies. There are probably about 125 of them or so, maybe less, but it's all females. I had an order for a pair and I went and grabbed the female and I was looking. The only males that were in there had tattered tails.
Oh no. I understand. Scotty Aquati, Greg, good morning. Mary Page, I'll take any excess females I have. I hear you. I have a lady that is supposedly, she's got a 125-gallon tank. I think maybe it's a 75. Okay, I'm going to say it's a 75 because 125 just sounds way too big. But she had a whole bunch of like Oscars in it over the years, and all of her Oscars have died off, and she doesn't really go back with Oscars. She wants to go back with only guppies. Holy cow. Huge mosh pit. So, she's going to take a bunch of my females. Yeah. So that'll help me out on my females. Unfortunately, I won't have that many males.
I have an albino tank, the albino platinums or turquoise albinos that I think there's 1 male and like 8 females.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with some of the guppies where
the males
maybe it's the males there. Maybe the males just want only 1 dominant male in the tank if you're trying to do colony breeding. Who knows? But it's weird that the females make it and the males don't.
Yeah, it is. I wish that I had the room to separate them out sooner than I do.
Yeah, that's our other problem is tank space for trying to have females, males,
Unless I go back to dividing the tanks again to where I have the females on one side and the males on the other side to grow up. And I did that for a long time. I split them long way. I didn't split them like short way.
Right.
And I'd have the males on one side and the females on the other side when I would bring down the babies, or put the babies in there that I knew were what I knew they were. But I went and I took all those dividers out and have done something different. And now I'm almost wishing that I would have left the dividers in.
Mary Page talking about winter. Really?
Oh my gosh, don't.
99 degrees outside. Ain't no winter.
Oh, but Monday it'll be, we'll get back cooler again. We'll be back in the 80s during the day and the 50s at night.
Yes.
So now this morning was pretty cool though, which was kind of threw me off. It It was so hot yesterday. It's going to be so hot again today. But it was so cool this morning. Like almost needed a jacket. But Brookley said that the baby Rosie Barbs that you have need to grow up fast. I've got a few babies. I need to get in there and figure out how many I've got. I need to move them, but I'm scared to move them because I need that tank. But yeah, I have a few, and I need to buy one of those things from Blake off of his Etsy store. One of those egg catchers.
No, before that, she says.
Before that? What'd you say?
Yeah, she said no before that.
Before that?
Yeah.
Oh, they take care of the duckweed? Okay, cool. Miss Sherry, I still need to meet you, Sherry. I'm sorry. It just got crazy. I swear I lost like 3 weeks of my life going down to Houston. And I don't feel like I'm ever going to get caught back up now here at the house. Like all of my flower beds, the weeds and the flowers are like way over my head to the point of I'm just overwhelmed. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to wait and let the frost kill it all. And then I'll go in and whack it all back. And then I'll be able to actually get back to working on my pond. Because I can't even see it right now. But Sherry says she's got guppies in a 125-gallon outside. It is time to bring them inside. I ended up not having good luck with my guppies outside this year. Well, I really just didn't tend to them. I didn't do anything to them. And the tank dang near drained completely dry while I was gone. And so I've only got a few guppies out there, which is fine because I got plenty in the house. But I do have some of the golden mountain minnows, the golden white clowns that bred and had some babies out there. Not sure why they didn't have more than what they did, but they did have a few babies. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put them or what I'm going to do with them when I bring them in. But I don't have to panic and bring them in early because they can take some cool weather. And then the goldfish are the only other ones I have out there, and they can, get a little cold. So I don't have to panic this year and bring in bring in fish this year. I wish I didn't have to lose my plants though. I hate it because I've got some elephant ears and just stuff that is so pretty, and to lose it, once the first frost hits, it's going to die. And, if the zone gets 33 long in, you'll have 4 tanks. That'd be awesome. When do they think they're going to get it, Greg? I need them tanks. I need to get another rack, though. Where I'm going to put it, nobody knows. Big Dog 35, good morning.
Did you read his question?
Have I gotten into it? I don't know if I got into it yet. Scotty Aquati. It's going to be 42 tonight. Oh, my goodness.
Lucky you.
Freaky Fish Lady. It's 59 there. Miss Dee Dee, good morning.
Yeah, Dee Dee says she has PRL babies.
PRL?
Yeah, red lines.
Oh, good. I don't think I have any. None of them. I think I can't find none. I don't know what happened. I just don't have very good luck with them. Now, they could be in there underneath all that moss that's in there. I just haven't. There were 2 comments before that. Okay, Brooklyn, hold on. The baby rosy barbs need to grow up faster. They will take care of the duckweed problem. Jess, apparently those rosy barbs that I gave you were the fish that were eating all of the duckweed in the 55 because now the duckweed is back and nobody is eating it. Just so I know. Okay. And then okay, I think that's all of them, Brooklyn. Ed, pick them up, cichlids. Good to see you. First week of October. That sounds good. Sherry, that sounds good. Whoa, Big Dog 35. Is that smoky water looking flowing in that tank? Is that smoky water flowing in that tank?
I think he's referring to a new tank setup, how it gets that cloudy, milky look sometimes.
Oh. Is it good for a tank?
Is it good for fish?
It's, well,
No.
that's your tank going through the cycle, right?
Yeah.
So
And here's something that, and I noticed it the other day when I was filling up this tank, but since I've done a lot of setups recently, one of the things I've noticed is that when you're using like fluval substrate, when you fill up the tank, it gets all the dust floats to the top of the water. If you skim that dust off first, you won't see as much of a cloudy water situation when the tank's cycling, but you will always, from what I've seen, always get a little bit of cloudy water as it's cycling, especially if you have high chloramine and chlorine in your water and you're using safe or prime and all that stuff. And then the oxygenation, because the water hasn't been gassed off yet. It's a lot of reasons why the water gets cloudy. And I've had tanks that take about a month for that cloudiness to go away.
yeah.
But I think that all of that is just part of the cycle, and that's bacteria and gunk floating in the water column. It's not dirt per se.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I like to quick cycle my home.
Oh no, Dee Dee
What?
got the stuff.
Wait, what do you mean? Dee Dee got the stuff.
The people ick.
Dee Dee has COVID?
Yep, she tested positive.
No, Dee Dee, you were supposed to be going to the class, right?
Remember, she was sick and she started saying she was canceling earlier this week and not going. She was supposed to have been there Wednesday, I think.
Oh no! See, I must have. God, how did I miss that? Because I was sick. Because I was sick. But I didn't have that. I tested negative for that and the flu. The Tigers Monday? Sure. But you get to feeling better before you do that, though. Chris Howell, good morning. British Doss, good morning. Good to see you.
As a matter of fact, it was funny because yesterday I was sitting here after I put the plants and the double sponge filter in this 20 long that I'm setting up. I noticed that the water started to get a little bit cloudy, I guess because I stirred everything up when I was putting the stuff in there. And then the plants and driftwood have, bacteria from the other tanks.
Yeah.
So when I'm putting it all in there and I was looking, as the day went on, that cloudiness got less and less and less. And it was weird to be able to turn and look and see it less cloudy every 20, 30 minutes. I was like, that's kind of cool. I'm actually seeing it clear up. And this morning when I woke up and looked at it, I was like, wow, it cleared up fast.
R-O or water? R-O water? O-R water.
R-O water?
O-R, not R-O-O-R water. Or water. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to say. I think he's trying to say OR water, but I mean RO water. Big dog, you confuse me, man. RO water is not going to help it cycle.
No.
You just, and the only way to do a quick cycle is to bring substrate or lots of items out of another tank or an old sponge filter and wring it out and let it clear up. That's just is a quick cycle.
Yeah, and I've seen Lucas do it, because when he did all of his setting up there in Florida, he was talking about that, where he'd had a lot of tanks where he just did a sponge squeeze in the new tank, and he's like, once you fill it up, it's ready to go. You can put fish in it. He goes, now I'd prefer to wait a day or two.
Yeah.
But you can put fish in it almost immediately.
And I have that I can promise you that that's what I've done in about every single tank in this last year that I've set up. I've quick cycled them because I've got sponges just thrown in other tanks.
Yes, I've had
for that reason.
Cycle tanks for my shrimp.
Yeah.
So I get it, but that's not something that I won't recommend it to anybody, just because the only reason I think I get away with it is because I've been doing it so long. I kind of understand and know what they have. And at times I do lose a shrimp or two.
Yes. But if they're doing that, then they've been in it for a little while because they've got sponges that are old enough to have, gone through the cycle. And so,
and it's nice to be able to grab a handful of substrate from a cycle tank and throw it in the new tank.
Yeah, most of Miss Lori, they quick cycle all their tanks. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, a lot of us do.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit there and, get on a stream and say, hey, everybody, this is the way to quick cycle your tanks, because then people are going to do it and they're going to kill shit. Oops. They're going to kill stuff and then they're going to be mad at me.
Well.
So cycle your tank properly. 30 days. Minimum.
And I'm not telling anybody to do this, but I have never cycled a tank the long way. Never have. Never did. Never did.
I have to be honest. I'm half and half on the tanks that I set up at the shop at Jadrin's. Some of them I did not I did not cycle. I just threw shrimp in there immediately, put water in there, and used water from other tanks, sponges, all that stuff. But the last few tanks that I've set up, like this tank I'm setting up now, it's been set up now, 3 weeks? And I haven't put anything in it. I know I probably could. And I feel like the water parameters are just right. But I'm not seeing enough algae growth yet for my liking. And the shrimp I'm going to put in there are going to be high-end shrimp. So I want to make sure it's cycled and have algae on the glass or on the substrate or something, some kind of algae growth.
Right. Do you think shrimp would eat Corridor eggs?
I don't think so. You would think that they'd clean them and take care of them more than they would eat them. But in the tanks that I have shrimp with my clown killies, I'm not seeing any fry. I'm wondering if the shrimp are eating them. Because I know snails will eat the eggs. Especially because it takes them, 10 to 12 days to incubate.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if they eat other things' eggs, but maybe, because they seem like they eat anything.
Right. Brookley is asking if there's anybody that knows how to treat is it spider mites in house plants. When I've had to treat my house plants for spider mites, I take them outside like on a warm day, and if they have to be in, in direct sunlight or whatever, and I spray Nemol with Nemol as natural on them, and then bring them back in that evening. That's what I do. I have good luck with it. So maybe try that. And like I said, the Nemol is natural. It's natural. So it's not like you're putting a chemical in it all over your plants and then taking all your plants inside for your animals. So the Nemol is natural. I have never done a 30-day cycle unless I had to wait on the stock. I'm a bad girl.
Ed was asking, where do I get my high-end shrimp? And it really depends. I've gotten shrimp from various
tell all his secrets.
Yeah, I've gotten them from Vin, through Eric at buypetshrimp.com. I've gotten shrimp from Grant. I've gotten shrimp from Rob at Flip Aquatics. I've gotten shrimp from Blue Crown Aquatics, from Brian at Motor City. So
Kelly Foreman, good morning.
I spread the love. It just depends on who has what. I want to get some shrimp from Shrimp Envy from Rob Bloomfield.
Papa Shrimp, do you think oh my gosh, hold on. Do you think something colors of shrimp are more hardier than others?
Yes, when it comes to Neos, very much so. It's kind of like guppies. When you have the albino strains that are a little bit harder to keep up with than regular guppies. I think the same thing applies with the shrimp, and it's because we've inbred them so much to get to where we have these different colors that some of the strains, to me, are harder than others. Yellows, greens, they're more difficult, it seems. Blues are very hardy. Cherry shrimp, of course, are the hardiest of all. To me, Bloody Marys are a little bit picky. So it really depends, I think, on the color, because the color depends on the genetics and how much they've been bred through to get those colors.
Fishy Man, on the road to the clash. Be careful.
Yes, be careful. Safe travels, my friend.
Yep. Well, you guys, I need to show some appreciation to our coffee cup sponsors. That's right, the coffee cup sponsors. They help us get through our morning. They do.
Speaking of, I'm going to go get a refill while you're playing that.
Sounds good.
Hello? Oh, yes. I'm getting up now. Be there in a few minutes. Good morning. Come on in. Fixing the coffee right now. Have a seat. And Annette, Mystery Still Gardens. Thanks for making these clips for me to use in this video. There's always more room around the table for another friend to have a cup of coffee. If you want to join us, send an email to the aquaticmorningshow@gmail.com. So to spell.
Alrighty. We can always make more room at the round table. Let's see. Poetic song. I have cories in almost all of my tanks, even the ones with shrimp, except for my original shrimp breeding tank. None there, but they still breed okay in all the tanks. So they don't eat your cory eggs.
Apparently not. Yeah. See, and that's what's always good to find out, to hear people talk about what they do and their experiences, and then share them. So that way we can get questions like this answered, because there's a lot of things that people ask me that I don't know because I've never kept those or never done that. So it's nice to have everybody's knowledge base of information.
How many fish can you put in a 100-gallon tank when it is still new? Well, need more information.
Yeah.
How new? Is it cycled? Not cycled? How long is it been?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you want to do and what you're willing to risk.
Is it planted?
You know, 100 tetras, and then only 20 of them survive.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Are
really.
You looking for a fish to take you through the cycle? Yeah, we need a little bit more info.
Yeah, how many plants do you have in there?
Yeah.
And it all depends doesn't matter how big the tank is. It doesn't matter if it's 1 gallon or 3,000 gallons. What are your water parameters?
Yep.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's a day old or 300 days old. What's the water parameters?
Exactly.
And when you add fish, it's going to change.
Yep. And when you add plants, it's going to change. And when you add substrate, it's going to change. I know that I can plant a tank and then fill it with water and everything's good. And then the next day, my TDSs have gone up. My pH has gone up. So that's what we were talking about the other day. I know it sucks to have to check your water, but it is important sometimes to check your water.
Rob just did a video on water filtration. You know, how you save money with your water, and he explained his system, and I know it's exactly the same as it was when I was there. The one thing I was surprised he didn't show was that he does use a tankless water heater on his system, so that way it keeps his water at 70 degrees or 72 degrees or whatever he wants it at.
And who was this? I'm sorry.
Rob at Flip Aquatics.
Oh, okay.
And that was one of the things he was talking about, is always checking your water.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm going through setting up tanks. I've done a couple of videos on the distilled water versus RODI water, blah, blah, blah. I've said it multiple times how I've reverted to using pretty much just RO water.
Yes.
For all of my tanks.
Yep.
And the reason being is because you do have to check your water. I've learned the hard way that your water can fool you and send you on a spin. And even the distilled water, I bought some from your favorite big giant convenience store. I bought 2 jugs, filled my tanks up, saw that my shrimp were freaking out. I had 1 die on me. So I started checking my water parameters. The TDS was 350.
God, you seem like that's horrible.
It is, because
to me that would be wonderful.
That was my Caridina tanks, and I had
not for your Caridina tanks.
I just used distilled water that I had bought from your favorite convenience store. And so I checked the water in the jug. The water in the jug that said distilled water was 315 TDS.
What?
Yep. So you even have to check the water that you buy before you put it in your aquarium, check your water.
Yeah. Wow.
I was like, so
Yeah.
the next bottle, I went to a different store, bought a bottle of their brand name distilled water, bought the big 2.5 gallon jug or whatever it is, and tested it, and it was only 1 TDS.
So
I was like, okay, but the other one, I'll never buy the other one again.
Oh, was it just the brand?
Yeah, it was their brand.
Okay. My Fish Tanks and Aquatics says to add slowly, no more than 6 fish at a time, in his opinion. I think it all just goes back to, what part of the cycle you're in, what your parameters are. Is it planted? All that.
If you put 1 pleco in a 1 gallon tank, it's going to messy up that tank really fast.
Here we go. Discus. How many can I put in? None if you're trying to cycle a tank. Big Dog 35 discus is a whole nother ball game. I wish that oh my gosh, Petroman was here. Man, he could definitely set you straight on the discus. So you cannot cycle a tank with discus. I'm not saying you can't, but you don't want to. And I don't know how many. I don't know discus. I want discus eventually, but I don't have discus right now. So I have not raised discus yet. I've talked to people on both ends of the spectrum. Some people have raised them in extremely hard water, which is amazing. Some people, do it by the book. So, I'm not the one to ask about the discus, except for you do not need to cycle a tank with discus in it. You need to wait until that tank is mature, before putting discus in it, from what I've been told anyway. How all is making it to the Aquashella? What? Jay Oliver, how all is making it to Aquashella Chicago? Who all? I think it's probably who that's supposed to say. Who all is making it to Aquashella Chicago? Not I. Not Jerry.
No.
I don't think many of us from the South are coming from Chicago or going to Chicago.
I mean, all the timing of everything is just, it's not good. If we were doing probably, I'd say twice to 2.5 times more orders, maybe we'd have, we could send the company, but we're running pretty thin right now and just doing everything we can just to support the business as it is. So, we'll do the expo. The DFW expo should be okay. Just, it's going to be weird because Sam's going to have a table too.
That is weird.
Yeah.
And I thought he had only young ones.
Well, he does have mostly young ones, and then he has his. He'd like to make money too. So we don't blame him for wanting to have a table and sell, but it's just going to be weird that we're both going to be there. The difference is that we have everything else that Sam doesn't. Corey's, plecos, barbs, tetras, shrimp, plants, foods.
Yeah. And they're $50 tables?
What's that?
Are they $50 tables?
I'm not sure. I believe so. And we got 2 of them. I think they were $30 when I talked to Sue a month ago.
Miss Dee Dee says that she ordered from you last night.
Ooh.
Glitch Aquatics. Good to see you. Papa Shrimp. I have some bins from Eric, high ends from Dan
Aquatics. Daniel Johnson.
Oh, next generation on Band and Grant. I will have 92 tanks just dedicated to shrimp. Wow. When my fish room
awesome?
will be finally finished in a month. Wow.
Woohoo. Good job, Ed.
Doing good. Yeah. I know most people know what to do, but I have found Hydra in my shrimp and guppy tanks. It's because it's recommended to use no planaria. First time I've ever had it.
Yeah, I told her I 1 scoop per 10 gallon. That's what I do. And it works.
I do several different things. I use what I have. A lot of times it's been bendazole. Other times it's that stuff I got from Joe. That
Woodley says she's having a problem with her TDS keeps on going up.
up.
Yes. And that's like something that I explained, I think it was yesterday, that when you have water evaporation, it does not remove TDS from your tanks when your water evaporates.
Right.
You know, think of the concept of distilled water. When you steam it, boil it, or whatever, and you collect the water from that process, it doesn't have any minerals in it. Same thing with evaporated water. It doesn't take the minerals out of the tank. But if it keeps on going up and all you're doing is adding pure RO water or distilled water, and it's still going up, there's something in your tank. There's either a dead shrimp in there, some plants that are rotting away, or your lava rock it's got stuff in it. You know, the stone, driftwoods, something in your tank is causing the TDS to go higher. I would check your other parameters because that will tell you what is going higher in your TDS.
Crushed coral will raise the pH, right? Like as in go up to like 8.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why you see it a lot as a mixture in cichlid substrates.
I need to add some to my saltwater tank.
And then people will use cichlid substrates and stuff like that for Celuaceae.
In my experience, I have to remove the Cory eggs because the other Corys will eat them. Yeah, and I do. When I get ready to harvest, I do that. I pull my Cory eggs. I'll feed them bloodworms and then drop the temperature of the water. And then usually the next day I go in and I have a bunch of eggs.
Did that lava broccoli come from a different tank already cycled? Because it may have absorbed a bunch of stuff in that lava rock. I try to stay away from, in my Caridina tanks, I try to stay away from the lava rocks. I stay away from Sirius stone, dragon stone, and use just slate. Slate seems to be pH neutral or ceramic, you know, caves and stuff like that because it's pH neutral. Killy snacks. Well, you got a whole yard, a neighborhood full of killy snacks then.
I tell you what, these killies that I got from Texas Native Fish, they are pretty. They really are. They're really pretty killy. I ought to have some eggs by now. I need to pull them. I had a guppy in there.
Good.
Do what?
White poop is not good.
White poop?
Yeah, Big Dog says what you do when the fish has white poop.
Deworm them?
That's no bueno.
Papa Shrimp, what would oh, that's okay. You're ahead of me. All right.
Yeah, you're way behind. You're almost Rico behind.
Yeah, for real.
Where is Rico, by the way?
Rico's at the Clash.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Which I was blown away because I didn't think he was going to the Clash. He gave his tickets away to go into the Clash because remember he gave me one. He gave oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Anyway, the other guy the tickets, and then I ended up giving my ticket back, and then Holly got it. And then I see him at the Clash on the thing last night. So he's at the Clash.
Okay.
I'm glad he got to go.
Man, like I said, I wish I could have gone to so many things this year and done a whole lot more, you know.
Black lava rock and driftwood, but the water is clear. Ian uses no planaria, works great. The little what?
That little baggie lasts forever.
Oh. Gravel and sponge filters in a sun. Yeah, grab and go. Yep, exactly, Dee Dee. Grab and go. Just, you know, even if you have like old sponges that you don't use anymore, just throw them in a sump and keep them. So when you have a new tank and you put a new sponge filter in it, you put that old one in there, wring that son of a gun out, and let the new one suck up all that out of the old one. I've got a few of those just for that. Yep.
One of the tricks that I use is that I normally use the same type and size sponge filters. And so when I have a new tank, I'll take a sponge off of one of the double sponge filters and put the new one on it. And then I'll take another sponge from another one and put the new sponge on it. And then I have two good sponges that, yes, because I'm being careful, I will take and wring those out and clean them up real good in RO water and then put those in the new tank. And usually that works great.
Well, was it the Triple Crown broccoli? Oh, okay. I'm getting them all confused then. Okay.
Area, you had water snakes. Right, Tish asks, how do you catch the shrimps in an established breeding shrimp tank with plants and rocks? I keep mine in bare bottom. Still, they hide under the sponge filters, and it's all hard to catch. Yes, I agree. And to me, I've found that, yes, it doesn't matter if you have a bare bottom tank or if you have it full of plants and rocks. It's going to be about the same, especially the babies. And so what I do is I'll do it over the course of days sometimes. And it will take days sometimes to call a tank and pull everything out in order to make sure everything's good and gone.
Bunny Viper, good morning.
It's just kind of the easiest way is to put a nice chunk of food in there and all the shrimp gather up, and then you can start catching them and pulling them out. But there's still always those difficult ones that hide in the crevices. You kind of set your aquarium up knowing what you're going to have to deal with if you want to do any culling and pulling shrimp out. So that's why I'm mindful of what I'm going to do with that tank and how I'm going to get in there, clean it. Also, that's become something big for me, is placing things in a way that I can still clean the tank without messing it up.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you get overexcited and you set up your aquarium and you put all this and you put it all in there and then you're like, oh, it's beautiful. And a month later, you're like, oh crap, I need to clean it. I can't get to anything.
Yep.
It just, like, oops.
Definitely.
Been there, done that. I mean, no, I've never done anything like that.
I have.
Yes, I have. Many times. I've made many
times.
mistakes that I've learned from.
Yep. Well, I want to get back to since Rico isn't streaming daily anymore. I want to get back to spotlighting, kind of spotlighting someone that's really trying to get up and over the hump. It's not a sponsorship. It's nothing like that. It's just kind of just bringing to light, the help that we all can do.
Right.
And you are one of them. You guys, we have got to get him up and over this hump. He is we got 250 left to go to meet your 1,000.
Yep.
And then how many watch hours?
500.
We got 500 watch hours. So this weekend, when you guys are not doing anything, or if you're doing something, you can do it on another window. Go to his channel and run his hours. Let it run after another. I don't know if it'll still let you do that. Will it still let you just push play and it'll keep playing them? Or do you have to hit it play every video?
Well, maybe not the way I have my channel set up, but I know you can go and watch the entire playlist. I don't think I have any of mine set up in a playlist right now. Okay.
Well, we need to get him on and over this hump by the end of the year, preferably before his birthday. Wait, right? Your birthday? Or do we get past your birthday? When?
I'm trying. Well, I was hoping to do it by 2 weeks from now, but that's not going to happen. So the sooner, whenever. I keep, for whatever, it seems like this, once I hit 700, it kind of stalled, and it's taken me 4 months to get 50 to 750.
Yes. Right.
So
yeah, you just throw the playlist on, let it run, go through there, grab your likes. If you can, share it out to those, if you got Facebook or Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, share the link to your moms and dads and everything. Brooklyn did, and
yeah,
his mom watched the stream.
That's right. Because you never know. You never know. And if you have an alternate account, make sure that alternate account is subbed to him as well. So we're pushing Papa Shrimp today. And
thank you.
Then
I love shrimp.
We'll get back to pushing people again. I need to go check and make sure there's no birthdays today. And where would I go check to see if there's any birthdays?
I believe there is a calendar that is active, live, and updated all the time on fishfam.link, Jess.
Very good. You get a cookie.
But I could be wrong, but I just believe so. That's just habit and default for me to go there if I need any information.
That was the link I was thinking about.
Ding.
So if you're looking to see what's going on, what's coming up, all the ins and outs.
Hey, can you share your screen and show us what you're looking at too?
Yep. But I'm right now looking to see if there's any birthdays today or if there's any birthdays coming up this weekend. And as far as I can tell, right now, I do not see any. So if you are in chat and you know of anybody's birthday that is this weekend or today or this weekend, please let us know. And then we need to get it on the fishfam.link. Good morning, Dr. Anthony. He's got a cool video coming up as well, or a good live stream coming up with a veterinarian, a fish veterinarian. So, and let's see.
Here, look, I want to see.
Yeah, this weekend going on right now. My son, who is that Army birthday, is today. Oh, the one that had just had the baby, Miss Lori? What you showing us, Jerry? What you got?
This is the new 20 long that I have set up.
Okay.
Under gravel filter and sponge filter.
Now, why did you do both?
Because I really do think that the shrimp benefit from the biological filtration from the sponge filter. So I wanted to have that in there for bacteria, and then the under gravel filter, like I said, is for helping filter it and get 100% surface contact on the substrate for better buffering.
Okay.
But yeah, look, simple.
It's nice. I mean, I love how you just can freaking simply put a tank and put very simple, and it looks so good. I can't do that.
I keep it shrimple.
You keep it shrimple. That's right. Well, with keeping it shrimple, you guys, it is time for mid-morning break, which I am on time this time. I'm on it this morning.
On it.
On it. So it'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about Fish Fam Christmas on the flip side. We're going to listen to Glassbox Heroes, Goldfish in a Bowl. Nope, that ain't it. What the heck? There we go. That's it.
Take that old tank off the shelf. I just gave it all by myself. I just got one thing to say to you though. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. Bigger substrate, gravel, sand. Are you an aqua soil, a dirty man? There's only one thing that I know. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. A nice tank really soothes the soul. Feed your fish and watch them go. Don't put goldfish in a boat. Put some rocks in and some driftwood. Add some plants and make it look real good. Fill it up and you're good to go. Just don't put goldfish in that boat. Call me the fish police, what you will. It's just a fish that I don't want you to kill. Nice better or some cool minnows. Please don't put goldfish in that boat. Stop putting goldfish in a A nice tank really soothes the soul. Feed your fish and watch them go. Just don't put goldfish in a bowl. Stop putting goldfish in a bowl. A nice tank really soothes the soul. Feed your fish and watch them go. Just don't put goldfish in a bowl. Stop putting goldfish in a bowl. One, two, three.
Hi, Fish Fam! Are you struggling to gain new subs or followers? Would professional graphics, captions, and ads help you to sell more products? Perhaps you need a marketing strategy that works for your business that is also cost-effective. You're not alone. Millions of businesses across the world struggle with this problem. Good marketing plans, poorly executed, cost businesses billions in lost revenue each year. What is the solution? The Social Media Lady, a digital marketing agency. This team of seasoned marketing professionals works with your small business to plan and deliver a solid blueprint to drive more traffic to your website, YouTube channel, and social media. You can check out our work right here at the Aquatic Morning Show, as we currently provide their social media marketing as well as a majority of their graphic design services. When you decide you're ready to level up, schedule your free consultation at thesocialmedialady.com/fishnews.
All right. I do want to do one thing. There may not be any birthdays that are directly a Fish Fam member, but we do have Miss Lori, who is a big part of the Fish Fam. Her son that is in Poland right now, it is his birthday, and I believe it was somebody's mother's birthday today as well. So I do want to, from the Aquatic Morning Show, here is y'all's birthday.
Happy birthday to you. It's your day, don't throw it away. I've come to celebrate in a big way. Another year, so come on and cheer. It's the birthday last frontier. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We're having a good time, making me feel fine. I wish the day would never come to an end. So come on and party, and one day you will see that it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Mary Page, did you say that you've been trying to get Chris from Fish for Thought to look at Danny's video? Do you know him? Do you know Chris, like, personally? If you do, I need permission from him to play his songs on the morning show. Like, written. I need it written in an email or something. I've emailed him before, but he doesn't know who I am, so you know, he probably doesn't even see my messages with all the messages that he
Kelly
gets.
asked us to make mention of the Fish Fam Christmas.
Yes. Fish Fam Christmas. I do not know all of the ins and outs of Fish Fam Christmas. I know that if you are a channel and you live stream and you want Santa Claus to come and visit your channel and do giveaways, I believe, giveaway things, then you need to go on fishfam.link and go fill out the form. Or is it, I don't remember. Miss Dee Dee normally does all of this for me. You know what? It's on the end of one of her weekend. Is it on the weekend of the week? Dee Dee, do you have that info at the end of the weekend lineup
There's
from last
the
week?
link.
Huh?
Lori posted the link.
I can't click on it on this side. And I can't even copy it from this side. I have to get to YouTube.
Yeah, if you want. Can't I share it?
You can?
I think so.
I think you have the buttons right now. I think. Yeah.
So there's on the Fish Fam Christmas on fishfam.link. You could share the link, email. There's the YouTube rules, donation spreadsheet, the YouTube channel, Facebook page, Instagram channel sign up form.
Yeah.
But that's what you're referring to
Yes.
for the channels that want to be involved.
Correct. Yes. And if you have donations, you can go there. But if you have a company, or if you, like, say, like the morning show, we'll be donating something. I don't know what yet, but we will. You know,
if you want to donate something to give away as part of the big giant prize pot,
right.
this is where you go to contact for other donations.
Yes. Correct. Yes. And bring anybody you can. Make it big. Make it bigger than last year. I think it's already bigger than what it was last year.
Let's look. Let's see here.
Petra, morning, sister. Show you the froglets. Oh, the baby frogs.
There's 25 channels that are signed up right now.
Okay.
And
Now, I have a question, because I have two channels. You know, I've got Rain Sales Fur and Fins, and I've got the Aquatic Morning Show. Can I sign both of them up? Or does it?
But are you going to stream on both
Yes.
channels to have a giveaway?
Yes.
And let's check something. Let's look at You need to live stream the giveaway.
Right.
You can advertise it. The giveaway must be approved. You must be over 18. Okay, that's all the rules are.
Oh,
So nothing.
I guess you can't enter when you enter. You just can't enter twice, but you can. Okay, I get it. Let's see if I can bring up the froglets under my phone.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, Mary Page, that you've been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. That's right. Don't forget Piper's lunch. She hasn't finished breakfast yet. Vinoski Fish Kodo, good morning. Haley, I'm trying to get this signed in. I don't want to create an account. I have an account. Log into your account. There. Oh
no.
What?
Brooklyn's performing surgery on her fish and pulling stuff out of her angelfish. Looks like
Pulling out of her. It was what?
She thought it was an Amano shrimp molt, so grabbed it with tweezers, and it literally looks like bodily tissue. I'll send y'all pictures now. I'm freaked out.
Okay. All right. Dang. Zero, 2, 6, 8, 7, 7. Let's see. It doesn't put. It doesn't bring me into the right one. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way then. And since I'm gonna be on this, I can show you guys what I did to the paludarium last night.
You do some more fun stuff.
I'm looking, you guys. I'm trying. Hold on. Okay. Can you hear me? What about this way? Is that better?
Better. Yeah.
They had to figure out the right one to do. All right. Here we go. We're going to look at the frogs.
Whee! Aw.
There's one guy right there. Oh.
Whoop. Wow. That's a long jump.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And then there are 2 of them on that plant over there. Or there's one, let me see, right there.
Yep.
And another one right there.
Yep. And
then,
the other one up on the glass.
Yep. That one up there on the glass.
So that's what you have, 4 of them, right?
Yeah, and then this guy here. Yep. So, yep, there's the little froglets. Their colors are coming in so good now because when they come from being the tadpoles, the front, their bodies are solid and just their legs are striped.
Right.
Well, now their bodies are actually getting the colors to it. And they're starting to really look more like milkies.
That's awesome.
They're so cute. And I've got their enclosure almost finished. I worked on last night. I actually got it off the floor.
Awesome.
And so I didn't get this part videoed, which I really should have, but I was kind of in a mood. And I'm in a rush now and need it done, so throwing and turning the camera on and trying to get everything at the right angle so that I'm working in it and you can video. It's hard to do, but so I put water in it last night. I don't have water in it right now, but I did put water in it last night. And when I did, the water, it comes out from behind this rock. Well, this rock was not there, just this rock was there. And it came out and just started going all down here. And that's not what I wanted. I want it to go down here and down this way and down that way, and then make its way down here. It's okay if it does go down here some, but I wanted the main part of it, I want it to go that way. So I had and I still don't know if I haven't turned it back on yet because I was waiting for letting the silicone set real good. But it looks crappy now, but I'm just gonna have to cover it with plants. But look at all that silicone.
Wow.
I could paint it, but I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna put plants over it and hide it that way. But I'm hoping that now the water will come down and go the way it's supposed to and come down on the inside of this. It'll come from inside of here in there and then down, because that's a pretty good trough now in there. Maybe you can't really see it, but you can. It's a pretty good trough in there now. So I'm hoping that when it comes out, even if it does splash and hit this rock, it'll go back and make its way back down.
Right.
And I did go ahead and start putting some plants in here last night because these were up at the top and I was going to hang them down. I need to water them some because they need to stay a little bit more watered because I don't have it as wet as it's going to be. And then I don't know what I'm going to do about this because I didn't realize that this was going to hold water. That is a plant holder that I made, but once I know that the water is going to go the right direction, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, and I'll just suck that water out.
Right.
But right now it's holding water.
Can you make a little hole in it so that it drains the water out the right way?
Maybe, I I didn't think it would hold water. Like, I really didn't think it would hold water.
Later, Ritesh.
All right, Tash, thanks for coming. Happy Friday. But yeah, so then I also did this part because when I filled it up with water, I want my water to take up this, whole bottom. And I realized that my screen there didn't come up high enough. So I started siliconing my rocks in. So I got my silicone rock barrier in now. And all I got to do is I have my little, my false bottom. It's ready to put in. And then I can start putting all the dirt and everything back in it. I just need to make sure that the water is going to flow right before I do that. So that's where I'm at right now. So after the stream, that's what I'm going to work on is getting these guys thing finished up. So hopefully by maybe tomorrow or the next day, they can go in their new paludarium.
That's so cool.
It's been fun to make. I've learned a lot. And I know that to go bigger next time. So, yeah. But
Hey, you live and you learn, and that's the beauty of it. Every time I set up an aquarium, it's kind of like practice,
yeah.
and this being your first terrarium, it's practice. You'll get better.
Yeah. And then I picked up at Lowe's yesterday because I really wanted a what are those called? Oh my gosh, it's called a starts with a B. Anyway, and I picked up. I could put all of these plants in there along with the ones that they got in here too. So, and that's like jumping all over the place this morning.
Did anybody fess up who sent you the plants?
No, not yet. Not yet. And I don't want to. Let's see. I'm gonna. Okay, can you hear me now? Am I good? All right. Yep. I don't want to just holler their name out because I don't know if they want their name known. So right. I'm kind of just trying to find out who it is. P&W Aqua, good morning. Brooklyn, you sent the thing. Okay. Let's see. Let me get to Facebook. You sent it to Facebook. Yeah, you did. Okay. Ooh. Okay, how will I do this?
Ooh. You looking at the pictures?
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is that? Brooklyn pulled it out of her angelfish.
What happened? Wait, where'd it go? It's like a long. Oh. P&W Aqua, yes, those were my milk frogs. Poison dark frogs, my milk frogs. I'm going to put pop those in the water. I've got a bunch of other moss too to go in there too. Oh, it'll be planted up for sure. I don't know, Brooklyn. I mean, Doc. Where you at, Dr. Anthony?
Yeah, look at some of the other pictures.
Okay.
That's just
Was it hard to pull out? Oh, that was the washing machine. I don't know, Brooklyn. That's awful.
Yeah. What part was hanging out? The part at the, not the blobby end, that was in the inside, right?
Full grown? Is it firm? He's still alive, but he looks confused. Did you pull his brain out? Was that called is that a lumbotomy?
It's nasty.
Mm.
I'm glad I can't pull stuff like that out of my shrimp.
Oh, wow. Well, if you know what that is, please let us know.
Is it a, do we have any fish to read today?
Yeah, we're going to play 2. Yes. I don't know. The blobbly end was hanging out. It's not watery, but bloody tissue like firm but soft.
So the blobby part was hanging out. The other part was in its throat.
Huh.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Well,
what are you doing to your fish?
Brooklyn Bell, girl. I don't know. P&W Aqua. A good thing I skipped breakfast this morning.
At least you were pulling that out of the front end, not the back end.
Yeah, definitely. That's, yeah. Yes. All right. It is time for fish story. If I can find it. I thought I did this yesterday, but I think I did it wrong. Oh, also, I move on to the next step of the sub thing. I have to do the little online course and then send it in, and I should be good to go.
Awesome.
So I got to work on that today too.
I got to figure out how to get $1,000 so I can go to the dentist and get these teeth taken care of.
Yeah.
Tired of mouth pain. And it sucks that the dentists aren't doing, okay, we'll do it in phases so it doesn't cost you as much. Nope. They're all just like $1,000. Whenever you got $1,000, come back and see us.
And well, it's because they put you on antibiotics, and the antibiotics will hold it until you can save up money. And I know that.
It didn't.
No.
And I don't. So
How long ago did it? Did you get the antibiotics?
Yeah, I got that 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
and I took them all, and I took my last one Monday or Tuesday. But it's still giving me grief, and I got to go back.
So the antibiotics didn't stop the pain?
Yeah, they did. Trust me, it was a lot worse, but now,
Yeah.
I can still feel it. It's tender.
Yeah.
I just need to find an old school dentist that I used to have that are like, oh yeah, let's take it out, $100. Boom, gone.
Right? Yeah, Alex, where are you? He'll show up now.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, hopefully he'll show up while we play his history. It's Alex with the secret history, living in your aquarium. Our historian of the fish fam. We got 2 to play. This is Thursdays and Fridays.
Tomorrow. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's episode number 134 of Fishery here on the Aquatic Morning Show, or on my channel. If you guys are a member, for only $1.99, you get all these, plus any of my research and links attached, and you get more behind the scenes info from all my videos as well. So today's episode, we have some kind of interesting news, and that is that the episode about 4 weeks ago, where I said that I had info that glow Corydoras were coming to the market. Well, they're here, and the glow angelfish are also in the works too, I know. But it turns out that these glow cory fish, or fluorescently engineered, genetically engineered Corydoras, that they are something that took a lot of time to figure out, apparently. So they used what sounds like the albino Aeneas Corydoras, and then they used a gene from a jellyfish and a sea cucumber, as they do, and maybe a sponge as well, or a coral. But the first 2 colors that are coming out are going to be orange and green. And then they also have shown pictures from an expo where there's kind of like a purple toned one. So my guess is that purple will be next to follow. They are a bony scaled fish, so it's kind of interesting that they got them to color up so well. Their head is kind of not colored, and their body is, which is surprising to me. So maybe they have whatever the scales are made out of, keratin or cartilage, or actual some sort of bone-like material. I actually don't know off the top of my head what they did to engineer these, if they're normal, healthy Corydoras in the sense of all that material, or if it's been altered at all. But in any case, they are now out, and this follows in news of the 3 new tetras that have come out, which are Pristilla tetras, and they have 3 varieties of those as well. I think there's like a green and a yellowish one, and then a kind of a pink one, or purple one. And all of the Corys are going to be $14.99, and I guess they're rolling them out into the shops that sell the most by volume. Now, beyond that, they also have new varieties of the betta glow fish coming out too. And the bettas are, they've had the yellowish, or the like kind of yellowish green, and some of them even come out kind of yellowish orangish. Males and females, they've had those for a while, and now I guess they're releasing the purple ones too. So it'll be interesting to see, if people keep buying all these, and if the trend continues, which I don't doubt that it will, I'm just interested, if people are willing to pay that $15 price point, then why not pay that for orange laser quarries, or something else that's in that range price wise. Maybe it will open up the door to some of those more exotic quarries seeming more affordable, whereas now people kind of see them as not, because you can go to your local big box store and get Corridoras for $3.99 or $4.99 for an Aeneas, or stir by sometimes, the Similis, or the it's usually types of Aeneas, the bronze or the emerald, or the kind of rusty colored ones. Those are kind of the ones you usually see for less money, the albinos as well, and the false Julii, or rather I believe they're the Triliniatus ones. So what do you guys think about more glowfish? Like I said, angelfish I know are in the works. I wonder what their price point's going to be, because they're saying now that they're allowing the bettas to grow out older, because they had some complaints about, I guess, the way they were growing out, and that they were coming out too small, too young when they were hitting the market. So now they're trying to grow out those to a bigger age. So glowfish aren't really my thing in particular. I think some of them, like the Anyos, look okay without the black light, but I just wonder how that black light is on those fish and their eyes and their foraging and all that. And I guess it's just something about it. It doesn't feel as of relaxed of a tone. It feels just more like a toy or something like that to me. And that's just me. I hope plenty of people love these fish and it gets kids into the hobby or whatnot. But it's just an interesting development. And the fact that the cories and all those other fish, they usually enter the US under a drug patent rather than under a species name, because of the patents involved and just the way they were created in a lab. It's kind of interesting too how the US has dealt with that, but then Europe can't get them at all. And so they're seeing an influx of dyed fish, which is a much crueler practice in my mind, where they take the fish and they inject ink, and there can be other issues, trauma, problems, infection. And they usually only do that to kind of the glass catfish or the glass fish of different varieties. The totally translucent fish seem to get the worst of that. So do you think opening up the trade to Europe would be a good or bad thing? I'd like to hear from y'all. I mean, people want what they want, and I'm sure there are some glowfish in Europe. People will find a way when there's a demand. But yeah, that $15 price point, $14.99 US dollars for cories, which are also a very social fish. I just really hope that they sell them in groups of like 3 or 5, ideally. That would make me feel a lot better. But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of lonely ones, and that is also a bit of a bummer or downside to me. And that's probably just because of the price point. But I hope they educate folks on what these fish need to be happy. That's my main thing. All right, guys, that is the news today. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, what's going on? Episode 135 of Fishtory. So this is kind of a bright, happy little story. There's a lot of dark stories out right now, unfortunately, about fish dying in heat and droughts and rivers running out of water and chemical dumps going on in Germany and Poland on the border there in the Elbe River. I mean, all sorts of bummer stories, but there is a little bright story, and I wanted to keep it positive to end this week. And that is the story of Kira and her betta. So she was flying to Tampa, returning to college as a freshman, this will be her sophomore year. And at the beginning of summer, I guess in late May or early June, She was flying with a little pet carrier case with a fish in it, and it was a betta that she had been taking care of. And Kira was not able to bring it with her on the plane. They blocked her from bringing it, and she had to leave it at the gate. Well, the people were kind enough at the gate who worked for Southwest by the name of Ishmael and his fiance, Jamie. And they said, you know what, we will take care of this fish and get it back to you one way or another. So they kept this fish for 4 months and got it a home. It looks like they got a bowl for it and put it in a bowl and did water changes and kept it alive and healthy enough. And if you do that, even though it's not enough stimuli for most of them, but especially for a few months, and given the circumstances, as long as you kept up on the water changes with the dechlorinator and everything, keeping them at a warm enough temperature, which in Tampa probably wasn't an issue, it's okay to keep them that way for a little while. I can see already some people probably saying like they were just in a bowl and the story doesn't look like they were doing that great. Whereas she had a little carrier acrylic case for them, like that you'd see crickets or a small hamster or something carried in. And I'm assuming that means that it was going to a tank that is larger probably. But it has a happy ending in that just the other day, Kira was reunited with her fish and is able to finish her sophomore year, or start her sophomore year rather, with the fish in hand. And so there's some pictures and stuff and a link to the story on the community tab. I like to give sneak peeks to folks so you guys can see if the 16 extra episodes a month that I put out generally, if it's something you're interested in. And I wanted to keep it lighthearted, like I said, because we've had enough stories. But I do want to keep it in people's minds that we've had a lot of really tough environmental issues with fish. And so when we run into more with people or airlines or shipping and all the chaos that's been going on in the last 2.5 years now with that, and things getting rerouted, lost in the mail and so forth, it's really taken a toll on animals. And so it's always good to send things overnight direct. I know it's a lot of money. But really with living things, that's the way you should try to do it. Or to check and make sure you can bring the creature with you in a small amount of water. If it's a very small fry or some eggs or something, that can be done. I know Gary Lang flies with eggs frequently. Put them in little vials or whatnot, like film canisters and things like that, with a dot of methylene blue on the end of a toothpick, something like that you can do. Or ship the fish ahead and get them then when you're there, or arrange for someone else to get them, because it is difficult. I wish they would allow more folks to fly with them. I think it's mostly the 3.5 ounce rule, or however much it is, depending on it gets more or less restrictive on some airlines, but I think that's the general US rule. And then there's other rules for other countries and different forms of flying and different security levels of flying. But that's the main issue with flying. So always check ahead is the moral of the story. And also it's cool to see that, there's kind people in the world, of course. But it's always nice to see the story and this gal so happy with her betta, and to know that she would put that much time and energy into its care. I'm sure she'll do the research and know how to treat it as well over the long haul. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I'll talk to you next time on Fishery. Bye.
And you've got me. Jerry had to leave unexpectedly. He had to run. He actually got a dentist appointment, and that he needed to go to. And so that's where he is headed now. So back to me. So if there's anybody that would like to join me on panel, you are more than welcome to. For the last few minutes, we do need to do the weekend lineup, but I don't mind somebody joining me. There we go. Eduardo, good morning. Debbie Holding, good morning. Stephen P., good morning. Good to see you, Crown Tail Half Moon. Hello, hello. Either everybody's starting to wake up at the clash. Hey, Greg, I need to meet with you. I don't know if I can do it today, but this weekend and grab that mail for this female. She needs somebody. She is lonely. Lonely. Let's see. Do the weekend video. It'll have to be from I guess this one right here. It looks like, okay, this is going to be last week's. I think this was last week's. Scotty Aquatic, good to see you. Had fun, for sure. Oh, what's up with the teaching thingy? I've gotten through there's like 4 processes you have to go through, and I'm gone through all the first 3. So now I just have the little course I've got to take online, and then we'll be ready. But for the weekend lineup, it's going to be a repeat from, I believe, last Friday, or maybe the Friday prior to. But most of everything is the same. The birthday on it is not, but that's okay. We don't mind saying happy birthday again. You know, most of us have birthdays every day, any day.
Feliz cumpleaños, Ricky De Hoyos. Thanks, Annette, Mystery Snow Guardians, for the super cool DD's Fin Den graphic. And now for the Friday live streams in Eastern Standard Time. And starting off the morning is Rumball's Fishery. Friday, Rise and Shine. And at 10 is the Aquatic Morning Show on the Aquatic Morning Show channel. That's Jess and the crew. Hope to see you there. And at 12 is My Fish Tanks Aquatics with John. It's Aquarium Adventures at 4 with Graham. And at 4:30, it's the Lefty and Ed Variety Show. Y'all know Ed's the man, so be there. And at 6 is Stay Fishy Fridays on Ohio Fish Rescue. And at 6 is Cold Water Aquatics with Brennan. At 6 is Cold Water Aquatics with Brandon and Aquatic Ness. It's Alex with the secret history living in your aquarium at 7. It's going to teach us something, to be sure. He always does. And also at 7:30, it's Aqua Malik. The fish is up at 8:30. And 9:30 is none other than Mr. Pleco. Friday night with LRB Aquatics. Mr. Pleco. 9:30. And 30 is Chattanooga Ed and Kenny E with the Friday night live stream. There you go, Ed's around again. Because why? Because it is the man. In the den, the big tank tank at 11:30. And at 1 a.m., it's Hippie Square. That's Hippie John the Fisherman and Sherry, Mississippi Hippie on Hippie John's channel. And that concludes the Friday night lineup. Stay tuned, Saturday is coming. And now for the Saturday live streams at Eastern Standard Time. And at 8 a.m. it's Team Detritus with Terry's Tropical Tanks. And on 503 Aquatics, it's Saturday Morning Cartoons, 10 a.m. with Shanna and Jason. That's Depth Unknown. And at 12 o'clock, it's Ben Ochart. Yeah. And at 1 is Peter Mob Guppy. And at 2, it's Fish Clancy Moss on the Fish Clancy Moss channel. And come join Sherry at 6. Mississippi for some aquarium and therapy. And also at 7, it's Wild About Herps on In the Den with Big Tank Hank's channel. And at 8, it might be Chattanooga Ed, it might be Rick or Stanley, it might be a combination of both because, or sometimes there's some sort of special stream that comes on at a time. But check it out. You don't want to miss whatever it's going to be. It's going to be good, whatever. 8 o'clock, be there. And it's Fish and Friends with Danny and Gina at 9. And it's Venues Aquatics at 9:30. And it's and it's Pam and Bob on Punchy Paint's channel at 11. Come and watch them do some crafts, some art, sing a song, who knows? They'll do something. And that concludes the Saturday night lineup. And Sundays are coming. And now for the Sunday live streams at Eastern Standard Time. It's the easy stream on at 9. That's Jason. And 11 is Our Aquatic Anniversaries with Mike B. And 12 is the Sunday brunch on Mike's Aquatics and Things. And 1 is Sunday Shop on Shelby's Fishing Fancies. And at 2, it's 2 Peas in the Pod, Jimmy P's Aquarium's channel with Mary P and Jimmy P. And who knows what other P might be going on around there. 3 o'clock is the Sunday stream with Brianne's Fish Fam. Brianne and Dave will be there to chat with us. And also at 3 is Sunday Shenanigans with Furlough and Eddie. Aqua Malik is only 4. 5 is Science Scout Aquatics with Carrie and Jesse. Father Fish is up at 5:30. And at 6, Skipper's Aquariums. Skipper. Boy, mate. Susie Q of Q Aquatics is on at 7. Talk about reptiles, fish, and more. At 8 o'clock, it's Aqua Fun. It might be his birthday again. And at 8 o'clock is the Tennessee Fish Mafia on Bob Taylor's channel. That's Taylor's Aquatics. Lots of Mafia folks there. Come and join us. And it's the Sunday night stream on Danican Aquatics at 9 o'clock with Kenny and Danny. 10 o'clock is Greta's Fish Room. And at 11:30 is Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics. That's Brendan. And that concludes the Sunday lineup. And if you need your channel added or updated to the fishfam.link, send Liquid Zoo OnlyFans an email, which that can be found on fishfam.link as well. And also, you can now sign in with Google and make your own changes. Pretty cool, huh? Fish Fam Christmas will be here before you know it. For more information, to sign up or to donate, check out the following: Fish Fam Christmas on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and fishfam.link. And the Gazoo. Thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfam.link. And Lefty32138, thanks for your live stream calendar on your side as well. And if you haven't already done so, why don't you go over there and become a patron of fishfam.link? You'll be glad you did.
That's right. That's right. Thank you guys for hanging around. Justice Stanley, hey, I'm late. Did I make it? Well, you made it at the end, but you made it. Eduardo, is it cold in Pennsylvania? Is it now? Well, I would know, I'm not there, but I'll take your word for it. One day I'll get up there. I promise. One day I will. Greg, I hate to hear that. That sucks about the paradise fish. Yeah, I'll have to find a male because she is lonely. In fact, I may have to move her because she is just depressed. I don't know where I'll put her though. I have to think about that. But I understand. I've had killies do it. I've had guppies do it. I had that one female guppy do it that, thank goodness, I'm finding babies. But, yeah, I understand. You guys, coming up next is My Fish Tanks and Aquatics. Don't forget to head on over there as we end this stream. Go over there, and if Miss Lori, I'm sure we'll have the link in chat in just a moment. I hope everybody that is at the Clash has a great weekend. I hope to see lots of live streams going for those that aren't there yet, or for those that can't make it. And maybe we can see it through your eyes and enjoy it through your eyes. So don't forget us that are at home that didn't get to make it. Those of us that got sick, like Miss Dee Dee, bless her heart, just can't get a break to go to one of these events. But, you know, I'm just glad you're feeling better. And, yes. Love everybody. Thank everybody for watching. And we'll be back Monday morning, I believe, same time. If it's something else comes up, but same time for the Aquatic Morning Show. We'll see you guys then. Have a great weekend.